Welcome to Enlightenment Unknown, Life of a Spiritual Nomad. Join Reiki Master and Quantum Healing Expert Wes as he guides listeners through the depths of self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment to uncover the version of you we haven't met yet. Hello and welcome back to Enlightenment Unknown, Life of a Spiritual Nomad. We are going behind the scenes of Season 2, Episode 3, The Exorcism Wes. This was a very emotional, powerful episode.
Andrea, it was a lot. I'd forgotten some of the details of it when I started, but as I got into it, it all came back, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is one of the more powerful episodes, I would say, and definitely one of the more emotional ones. So this is, I don't even know if we want to do behind the scenes for this. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I do have a couple of questions. I want to start out with Ty and your trip.
Ty. I fucking love Ty.
Everyone needs a friend like Ty.
Yeah.
So on your trip to see I guess it's a pastor, priest, something, whoever's going to do the exorcism.
He's a pastor, I guess you call him.
You had said that time and everything was kind of distorted for you. As you're going across the bridge, you had passed the exit like 35 minutes ago and you didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I did. And I had experiences where it would mess with me mentally, but I've never had it mess with my vision and stuff. So it was literally like being in a 20 or 30 second loop of seeing the same road, the same thing, just over and over and over. And if you're from this area, that bridge is significant. It's not like a 20-foot bridge. It's a half mile long. So it's a significant bridge to cross. And I had no clue we'd driven over it.
Yeah, that's fascinating. That was really interesting to me, and it made me really question reality in general.
Yeah, well, I think had Ty not said anything, I probably had been stuck in that trance or whatever you want to call that for maybe hours. I don't know. It was bizarre. And, the funny thing is I'm seeing the same loop over and over, but I'm successfully driving the truck.
Yeah.
We didn't hit anything. We weren't all, Ty would have obviously said, hey man, you're crossing the line or something on the, in the street, but it was weird. It was bizarre.
Yeah. I can't wait to have Ty on the show and ask him about it. But okay. So my next question, Wes, is that you said when you showed up for the exorcism, like you really didn't even know what you were there for. You, at that point, right, you still thought you were going to try to get this guy to do an exorcism on the house, right?
Yeah, I figured the house needed to be fixed. I didn't know there was, obviously something crawled in me over 4th of July weekend, but I didn't fully comprehend what that meant. And I didn't realize something had been with me since I was a child, which makes a lot of sense for me now when I look back on things and stuff that happened, the energy that I carried and things of that nature. So it was bizarre. I just knew he said I could help you, and I was so desperate for help. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck we're going to get, but we're going to get something.
That's fascinating because you did not mention in the episode that had been with you since childhood.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. So do you think that when you carry something like that for that long, that it grows more powerful over time?
I don't know. And I don't know. I think it went dormant. I feel like it was like something that was dormant there because I've experienced being around other people where something suddenly came awake. And, that's one of the things we're going to talk about in the show is where we did a ceremony on the mountain for a specific person. We're not going to say her name. And she had this reptilian thing inside of her. And so before we got to the mountain, we were getting groceries. And when she came up to me at the grocery store, I didn't recognize her.
Wow.
And I knew this person on a personal level. I mean, I just finished driving 7 hours with her. I've known her for a minute. And you could see scales on her face. And she had said that when she was checking out in the line that her tongue was flickering like a snake's tongue would. And she said, that wasn't me doing it. It was bizarre.
Okay, I'm a little scared.
Wait till we tell you that story. It'll be cool.
Oh my God. Okay, I don't know if I'm ready for that one. You're going to have to prep me in advance for that. You also mentioned a great deal in the episode about the pastor being aggressive. From the very onset, it sounded like he was being aggressive with you.
Yeah, he was. I just didn't realize fully what I was there for. So as I showed up, he's starting the process to do the exorcism. And so it kind of shocked me a little bit, to say the least. But I had so much other stuff going on. That was the least of my worries of knocking the fuck out of some pastor who's running his mouth to me, because he was that aggressive. I'm just like, dude,
Right. He was like, do not give this guy a pair of scissors.
Yeah. There's that.
All right. I am not going to ask any more questions of this episode. It was very emotional. It was a lot. It was very heavy. But I know at the end of the season, we're planning a live Q&A.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So if you guys have questions, be sure to submit them at BB Healer on Instagram or bbhealer.com. You can reach out to Wes. I think there's still a lot of this story that we haven't even touched yet.
Yeah, there is. And I'll be glad that this episode is over, I can promise.
All right. And with that, we will move on. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next episode.
You've been listening to Enlightenment Unknown with Wes Coons, your guide on the quest for self-discovery and the version of you we haven't met yet.